and stuff like that. But here we are. We're gonna see it pretty fast how it's gonna be developing, and Nemiga is on the CT side. Ronin Horde again playing train. They played train in the first best of 3 and got stomped on the CT side.
Yep.
Now they're starting to start the T.
Yeah, maybe they have a bit more preparations here on the T side of train, and they keep getting kills here towards the A bomb site, and it's only Lollipop and Robot, 2 players remaining that need to get this first round for the Belarusian team. Lollipop spotting the first player, and that's Nilsson on the other way, the player that was kind of the only one that did actually show something, even though it was not that much. They didn't have too many opportunities, but he seemed as like a well-rounded individual player, and he will get the last kill here, and Ronin Horde get the first round.
Yeah, that is as much as they got in the first 2 halves of the first 2 maps they played. So 1 round on the board. Let's see if they can just follow this up with a good anti-eco and just build on it a bit to get some momentum. That's definitely something they need if they want to cause an upset of some kind against Nemiga.
Full eco there for Nemiga, not really willing to invest anything into this round.
But look at the what is this investment from Ronin Horde? They didn't buy any utility almost.
Yeah.
1 smoke only left and 1:30 on the clock. This is not the way you should be approaching anti-ecos. Especially, I mean, they are lucky that there is no investment from Nemiga, but what? It's very lackluster, dying to USPs, but here 2 frags going the ways of Ronin Horde. It's a 1v2 actually.
Yeah, they will be able to salvage this round just thanks to Martux, who did pick up the AK and did get 4 kills, I think, or is it 3? And yeah, he saves the round, but not really smart when it consider Rixon's move. You know, just getting that AK, climbing on the main train and try to
taking
get
all the duels, taking all the duels on the
Come
side.
at me, bros. But no.
I mean, it's just the issue if you don't use like a smoke or a few Molotovs just to clear some positions, isolate some parts of the map so you can actually get on that train and then take favorable duels, because you can take duels with 4 positions at the same time. That is, even if you have a AK against USPs, no Kevlar, it's gonna be tough, as we saw in this round.
Yeah, and it showed. He did get down instantly, but now both teams on a full buy. Not too many utilities for Nemiga as they forced in the 3rd. Slower round for Ronin Horde in this one, and NDS is going to be the first one who gets the pick on Rixon.
Yeah, they have a good setup here. Nemiga close up towards the A main, towards the top pop dog exits, trying to lock it down early because they don't have utility to allow a bomb site plant and then a retake. They want to take those duels while the T's are just exiting the choke points.
And Box still without a kill for his new team.
Now
he gets the first one, so congratulations to Box.
Yeah, and Spore is already in a 1v4. His teammates just falling like flies, 1 by 1. And so does he.
Yeah. MDS gets a 3k in that round, and it gets the first round on the board for Nemiga Gaming.
Yeah, and we see already 1 round lost. The T's are in a position to save and potentially go for like a bomb plant play towards B. That would probably be the best option because it is pretty likely, but they're going towards A.
Yeah. There's no one here. These nades were on point by Box and Joe, and this would be a straight cleanup. Not even being able to get out of main, let alone get the bomb down. And
yeah, it's pretty easy to just throw in those nades a molly, and if it's a rush like this, we saw what it did to their HP. It's gonna be a buy with kind of a limited utility set, but Nilsson did go for the deagle and more bombs just to have that option to help his team. These guys trying to contest this Ivy position, but Robo and Joe get a great trade. Oh, MDS goes down. Nilsson grabs a gun, and now Rixon through the smoke finds one. And another one. Lollipop goes down. It's Robo in a 1v2, and they know where he is because he could kill their teammate down on Ivy. So good turnaround, and can they close it out now? And they can.
Yep. Just a nice round there by the Norwegian team. Getting back into the lead after losing 2 in a row. And
pretty weird way to lose that round. They had the advantage the CTs, but just a bit of a overcommitment. We saw one player trying to contest that pop dog position, walking into a deagle, giving away his rifle. But it is kind of expected when you're a favorite in such a match to maybe do a bit of these risky plays, trying to kind of to force the opponent to just buckle down and forfeit in a way.
Yeah.
You don't want to give the underdogs too much breathing room. Let them to just play their own game and feel comfortable on the map.
Yeah, and despite winning this round, they are still in some danger to get resetted back and go for yet another eco. So yeah, winning this round should be crucial there for the Norwegian squad.
The Ronin Horde did look a bit better on the T side of Train when we watched them the first time, so here are a few smokes coming in towards the A side.
And Martox could be getting into Joe in this one, but he will be smoked off. Now it remains to be seen if anyone is going to flash him through that. Not yet. Robo opens up with a kill on Rixen, so that's a situation that favors Nemiga. 5 against 4, and MDS is going to be quite close in this one. Gets the first kill with an MP9, gets traded by ADX, but Lollipop adds one more, so ADX is the only player remaining. He's just running with a knife out and gets destroyed by Joe with an MP9, and yet another round for Nemiga.
Yeah.
And we said it, look at the money on the Ronin Horde squad.
Yeah, the Norwegians attempted some sort of a B split through city spawn, but the timing was way off. The players on B were pushing while these were still on Ivy, so didn't really work out at all. And there's gonna be, as you said, just a eco around, a few deagles. Actually, 1 deagle and 2 P250s. Lollipop spots the approaching players, but he goes down.
Gets wrecked there by Nielsen.
A lot of damage done.
But the bomb didn't go through yet, and they are still kept reloading somewhere on at the open. MDS gets 2 kills there, Box adds 1 more. Now it's all on ADX with his AK, so no wall plant in this round for Ronin, despite getting that early opening on Lollipop.
Yeah, those $800 would really help. You see Martox and Rixen now on 3.5k, I think, which isn't enough for a great buy. You see AK, no armor, no head armor, and Rixen on a Galil. But it was, I think, a kind of a unlucky drop of the bomb. The player that died just dropped it towards the exit, and now a double from MDS with the help of Box. Once again, they're contesting it pretty near that exit. MDS adds another one. Yeah,
MDS is on 3 kills in this round. Still has got 40 HP to work with, and maybe try to look for an ace. 2 players are quite close to him, but Robo adds 1 to the equation. Now it's all on ADX, who's in pop, and just waiting for that rotation to come from B.
Not much of a chance for him here. 40 HP. Doesn't even have the bomb on under control. No utility to work some magic, so he's gonna be hoping for some magic for someone to walk in and give away a kill, and obviously MDS is covering this part of the map. And another easy frag. Quad for him in the round.
Yeah, quad kill. He's on 13 right now, so a nice start for the Belarusian player. They do have an Estonian in the team. Joe is a player that originally from Estonia, speaks Russian though, and he was a player for the Prosto team in the previous edition of Counterpit. So, branching into the CIS scene.
Yeah, it's not completely weird for us to see Estonians or Latvians in the CIS scene, because I don't think everyone speaks Russian there, but there is a decent amount of people that do. So it's easy for them to just communicate in that language and just branch out in that way.
So Rob Stunavi?
I don't think he speaks Russian though.
Okay.
think he's one of these like newer generation or one of those that just skipped Russian in school.
Yeah, yeah.
But imagine that instead of Edward.
Yeah.
Oh.
That would be imagine the firepower on that team. Still though, 6-3, Nemiga Gaming having quite a nice lead despite losing the pistol and one round after that. Looking quite solid here on the CT side of Train. Just racking up those kills. MDS currently sitting at 3 KD. 15-5 is the scoreline for him.
Nilsson on his first op, I think. Again without Kevlar though. I think he gets actually a leg shot on box. But doesn't get the kill. That was something they desperately needed to open up the round. Box solo goes in. I think he sees both players there, so that's good information considering he was only on 10 HP. Oh, what a nice double from Joe.
Rickson gets that kill in pop and brings this back into a 3v3 situation, but his position is no. He should be going down. Yes, he does indeed, as Lollipop gets the AUG headshot.
Yeah, we see Nemiga isn't really scared to take these duels. MDS going into Pop Dog, then Lollipop. Oh, what a miss from Robo. Just fell asleep there for a second, it feels like. Now it's a 2v2, actually winnable. But a great frag from Lollipop. Nilsson got the bomb, but he'll have to put it down and probably get a kill before that. Misses his shot. Misses another one. Lollipop's out of what? And finally closes it out.
And I don't know what to say.
Tough time.
You should have missed 3 op shots in that situation.
Yeah.
Happens.
Yeah, we were kind of hyping him up, but didn't do that much in this round. Had an opportunity to work some magic.
Yeah, nice effort from Ronin. Bringing it back to a 3v3 situation, but not being able to convert. And once again, they are going for this pop control all the time, and it has been looking good for them as they managed to get the control, but yeah, simply not able to get out. As the Nemiga are simply pushing towards them. Box gets tagged once again down to 30 HP. Well goes down, and that's a nice opening there.
A lot of damage from Marcus.
Box doesn't care. Gets that to duel. The spray down was perfect there for Lollipop. He gets the kill once again, and the bomb should be getting planted. Box. Lollipop gets that kill.
The molly now to push out ADX. It actually explodes in the air, so it doesn't get deployed, but ADX, the Swede on this Norwegian side, with a 1v4 ahead of him, and a really tough task.
And Lollipop is at 20, so he could be getting down, but Robo is ready for it. Gets the kill with an op.
Robo isn't gonna miss another easy shot, so just locks it in.
Yeah.
Lollipop 21k. Why is it 21k? What does that mean?
I have no idea.
21 carat gold.
21 arches.
Okay. Yeah. Now, finally we see Nilsson with a Kevlar actually, and with a normal full buy, and it's round 12 already. Joe with a secondary op. Robo, we don't see Box picking up the op yet, but we'll see maybe on other maps in other positions. Joe gets the opening. Nilsson is there. He's gonna walk in. Oh, Joe just misses that, but he's gonna just re-peek and take those duels. Not the best nade I saw in my casting career, which doesn't really span a lot, but still.
But you've seen a lot in that short span of time.
I've seen a lot.
I've seen
these eyes have seen a lot.
And
that was kinda NT. I mean, obviously he was banking on the player not being that close, but from this angle it
but
just...
still, at least follow up the flash. I mean, with a fast push.
Yeah, either go slowly down or throw in a flash.
But still, this round is doable for Ronin. But Lollipop picks up the first one, gets the second one as well. Now
And now
ADX
isn't
with
doable
12
anymore.
HP and 93. Nemiga gets that round. Shouldn't even been that close, but they managed to.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of makes sense. We see people when that smoke is down, they go halfway down the smoke, and then they are just ready to make the small drop easier. But if you do that, then don't throw the flash before, because you just alert the player that you might be there. So yeah, didn't really work out. Looked very funny.
Crazy there, crazy nade there on Nelson, down to 45 before even starting the round.
And he goes down.
2 openings there from Joe and MDS gets the second one as well. And ADX and Rickson against 5 players of Nemiga.
Yeah, it's just been a bloodbath. It's been an all-out, just dueling everywhere. Nemiga, no respect, and looks like Ronin Horde didn't deserve that respect. They didn't fight for it. They didn't manage to hold off the CTs, win some duels. And yeah, why stop? Continue just doing what's working. It's going pretty well for the Belarusian side here with a stand-in / trial. We are not sure of Box.
He's playing well, this electric position towards the A-bomb side. Just getting those duels into Ronin's face. And Lollipop using this Molotov to push them back, and they keep peeking him one by one. He just keeps racking those skills, and ADX trades it back. But MDS is on a perfect lurk here. He gets the first kill. Should be getting Rickson, but no. Rickson says no, and he still has a chance in this one. Some set of utilities, an AK, and Kevlar without helmet.
Need to hit some nasty shots. We see Robo isn't even playing with top now. He just wants to go and fight. So he takes out a P250. Oh, and Rickson's just gonna walk into it, isn't he?
Peekaboo. Yeah, he just spots him on the radar and starts spraying with the pistol. And there it is, 11-3. The last round of the first half, Nemiga looking really good here on the CT side of Train.
Yeah, so far the odds are on point. Yeah, Nemiga was, I think, yeah, they had a 1.01.
So if you invest $100, you will lose some money because of the cost.
Yeah, some taxes and stuff. So it was literally not worth it to even bet on Nemiga, even if you thought that they would win. Maybe you can go for a 2-0 or maybe some sort of
handicap or.
Oh yeah, I don't think you can bet on rounds on online matches, but maybe you can bet on total maps.
Yeah.
So it's a B execute. Finally seeing something of that sort, but a lot of damage taken already. But Martox gets the entry. Rotation's already in for the CTs. Robo picking off one.
This is the flick there, but MDS and Box are already ready for it. Ronin has the last player in the smoke that is going to be Force. And let's see if they are going to anticipate that position. They surely will, as Force is going down in 3,
MDS smells something.
And there we go. 12-3 half for Nemiga Gaming. Just looking pixel perfect for them. Getting all the duels, easy kills for them. Not really breaking a sweat in this first half of Train.
You can just see the difference in class of these two teams so far. Ronin not able to actually establish themselves on the map, really struggling. They won the pistol in the second round and finished with 3 in that one round. We also didn't see them do something special. It was just Nemiga overstepping their mark and kind of fumbling.
No respect, getting all the duels. And yeah, we did say that Ronin looked better on the T side of Train against XCOM, but you know that game was probably already done in the Polish head. So yeah.
I mean, now technically, if this was like a classic match where both teams are kind of even, maybe you say, okay, CT side of Train, there's still a chance for a comeback. But just the way the map hasn't played out, it's not like Ronin really shown anything. Like, it's not really a closely contested map. We didn't see like a lot of after plans or stuff like that. It was just a all-out brawl. Nemiga was just pushing all the time, so didn't even have to activate like their A game or their B game. This is literally their C or D game.
Yeah. MDS is currently topping the charts with 21-7, 3 KD, 131 ADR. 1 point so far. And the push is going to come towards the B bomb site, and Force gets destroyed there in that position. He's sitting on 1 kill, and he's still playing that quite an offensive position. Martin's, yeah.
The bomb is not actually going towards A. They're going to be pushing B here, and Rixen needs to lock this down. Gets 1, gets 2! Beautiful kills. Will we get? He'll get the last one as well. A Robo on the flank. Robo might just get the great timing. Spots the CT. He can pick up the bomb and can actually put it down. No one can stop him. He'll be doing that.
Rixen now just simply needs to wait for his teammate to come a bit closer, since ADX is the player with a kit, and now they will be getting into it. So if Robo manages to isolate this into 1v1
what are they doing? Yeah, Robo has this. It's a pretty tough for CTs to clear out all of these angles. You can play time, you can play the sound, and Robo gets another one.
I mean, that strat was weird. Just to mention that they won over B bomb side. They could have done whatever they wanted, and they still pushed into Z connector, just getting it to A. So
yeah, I'm not sure if maybe they got the info from someone hanging behind that they were maybe flanking with 2 guys, so that they didn't want to take that fight, and they just realized, oh, it's easier to push into A than actually hold off the flankers from B while you're planting down the bomb. And it is, as we mentioned a couple of times, it's not really they're playing like Nemiga is playing fully serious as they would against a higher tier of an opponent.
Yeah. That's true. Forge and Rixen surviving there with the 2 CZs. Probably just going to try and get some rifles for the next round.
Yeah. Will they get any though? There is Joe who's hunting, but he only has a Mac 10, and Robo, if he's smart, he won't go up the ladder, and there's no need to do that. But he'll drop Rixen down the ladder.
Yeah. Joe trying to find the last player who is currently sitting on the T-spawn, and spots him.
You see actually wallbanging that. Force can't kill anything, but he finally manages his 2nd kill. Seems like he's kind of under the pressure.
Under pressure.
Under pressure, yes. What is going on with this camera?
Looks shaky like the game from Ronin.
Kierby handling the camera operator.
Finally a buy there for Ronin. So if they get the following 13 rounds, they will win. Oh, and a nice opening there from Force. You did say he cannot kill anything, but he gets 2 right now. And it's Joe and MDS, 2 players with AKs.
The floodgates have now been opened for Force. now we see a new player.
Yeah.
Reborn.
Force
reborn.
2 kills, 2 HP, and 2 players to find. Goes down from Joe. And still a 2v3 situation. MDS has a really good position, and we've seen that his aim was on point throughout the whole game. And
he also has a smoke, but there's if he puts it down.
Yeah, he will.
The timing. Oh, I was just saying, if you miss that timing, they go out, and then you lose the opportunity to actually get the kills. And that happened, especially with Nielsen. Actually, I'm not sure who got the first frag. ADX got the first frag, then he's in a pretty tough position.
And there's the first city round for the Norwegians.
Yeah. Force coming up big with 2 kills on the just the defense of the site, the initial defense.
Yeah. And still somewhat of a gap between him and his teammates. Maybe he did decide to turn another leaf and simply destroyed.
Let's see if
planning to
he's
destroy.
actually playing the solo B anchor. Rickson gets an entry on box, and we see AMD is just going for this way of getting pop dog control, just dropping one flash and dropping down with it, which can be decently effective, but no way of taking pop is perfect.
More spokes being deployed there. Not a single smoke left there on the Ronin, but they're in a 5v3 situation, so...
Interesting that Nemiga go out with like one player and the rest of them still holding back. This style of just running around isn't working that well so far for the T side, but they have a great lead. They can experiment a bit, just try and do the basic stuff before they need to really put in like the try-hard mode and use some more in-depth strategies, use a bit more team play.
30 seconds left still in the round, and the Belar squad is pushing right now. Joe won't be able to get a kill on ADX. Drops him down to 42.
Oh, MD spotted a guy there on the bomb chain, but gets one. Still doesn't see the guy that was just next to him, and his teammate goes down. He gets a trade. 1v2, gets another one. Ooh!
That was close by MDS. He is really on point indeed in this game. 25 to 10 after 19 rounds. So,
and Forrest gets the clutch in the end, shuts him down. So
yeah.
Forrest with another impactful kill. One kill in the first half, and now he's building it up.
Yeah, looking solid for us in this second half, definitely. And now we are going to see Nemiga on some pistols and 2 Mac-10, so this could be an explosion towards the B bomb site, where Rickson will be the first line of defense. He's got a player helping out, and that's going to be ADX. Or?
Force?
Number 7, yeah, Force.
He's
open currently.
Yeah. This could be dangerous. These pistols can, with a few flashes, can take you down pretty quickly.
And now the push is in, and they will be wrapping around him, which is a really tough one. But 3 kills coming in favor of Ronin Horde. This bomb should be planted anytime soon. And Force is rushing in. Wind is up, 27 HP left. MDS gets the first kill with the D, gets the second. Can he get more?
Force is low.
And yeah, still a nice action there by MDS getting those 2 flicks.
We saw just a reverse of the last round of the first half, when there is a 1v4 and the guys in the smoke. And we just see the difference between the two teams, that Nemiga had the presence of mind to actually expect that. I'm not sure which player it was, but it was one guy dedicated to that smoke if someone is in. And here we see MDS getting a free kill and then a great 1-dig. And if he had just a bit more luck, he could have even taken down Ford, because he was low and just also unaware at that point.
I mean,
what was going on.
especially if he had better weaponry, if he had an AK, that round is really... I mean, it's not sure that he would win it, but he had a decent chance anyway with the pistol.
I mean, considering it was a 1v4, he had a very decent chance. Like a greater chance than what he should have.
Yeah, true. And Force did decide to drop his op to ADX. Not willing to, and Nilsson opens up with a kill on MDS, so that's the best player for Nemiga. Getting down, Lollipop could panic spray with that CZ, but Robo trades that kill on Mardox. Robo hits one more, and he's got ADX on 4 and 4 on 32 HP, so a slight opportunity there, but Nilsson peeks out with an op, and brings it back to 14 to 7.
Yeah, 7 rounds for Ronin Horde.
4 in a row.
Actually looking fairly decent on the city side, even though a couple of rounds there for Nemiga were ecos or low buys. But if they can add another rifle round, then I'll be like starting to worry for Nemiga just a bit.
Yeah.
But I think this is where they kind of take it a bit more seriously. We see that classic Nemiga style, draining the clock down, getting some map control, We see ADX was pushed out of that upper B halls, just with a Molotov, I think, from box. Does a little bit of damage as well. Oh, Lollipop just sneaks out on the side, gets one frag, and puts some pressure here on Rixen. Oh, he goes down as well. MDS actually joined in, so this is a 2v3. ADX, whoa. That was a
Free kill.
yeah, it's on the plate there for him, and now Force is in a 1v5. This is a unwinnable situation for him, definitely.
Yeah, that's going to be 15 for Nemiga. Just a nice entry there from Lollipop, getting 3 kills eventually,
Box
but
heard him. He has to go up the ladder, which will be definitely awkward, but he gets the
he
timing.
gets the knife now.
He's going
got
for the
it,
knife.
Yeah. Bye-bye, Force.
Do we need an up? No.
They've got one on the Robo, and that's, as we said, it's 15-7. And despite winning 4 rounds in a row, Ronin cannot really have a proper buy. Just they have to force since it is the last round and a half. But yeah, just an AWP, a UMP, and some CZs and a dig. Box charging in there, and Nilsson gets a kill with an AWP. Lollipop gets one more, but Nilsson keeps destroying them with the SOP. Can he get more in this situation? He will be peeking out and gets punished by Joe.
Yeah, good presence there from Joe to expect that peek. Take a bit of an off angle. Robo spot the shadow. Ooh, misses that kill. ADX was on the plate, but now ADX is alone in a 1v2. Needs to keep this, win this to keep his team alive.
And that will be the first map coming in favor of Nemiga Gaming. Just I don't know what to ask you even. Just a straightforward game. We couldn't really seen Ronin taking this one, right?
Yeah, MDS had a great game. He was just pushing them, even if it was kind of unnecessary for one of the Nemiga players to have a great game. He had one. Other than that, there was actually a decent comeback attempt in the end. They showed a bit of that they can at least hold in some of these duels, but in the end, yeah, outclassed.
Yeah. Let's see if they're going to do anything better in the second map. And as you wait for us to come back for a few minutes, make sure you visit counterpit.com giveaway, as you can win some really cool prizes in shape of gaming headset, AMD processors, monitors, and yeah. See you soon.
see you've noticed a few of my trophies. You didn't think I'm just a two-time video game champion, do you? You want to be a champion like me? G Fuel.
EGB, your esports betting world. The only place to find the widest choice of popular games and matches to win real money. Choose your bet on a single event or express of several matches with dizzy odds. Serving the market for 7 years with over 800,000 users. Join now to get your bonus for the first deposit up to $600. EGB, you know for sure who's gonna win.
Grab your gear and let's go.
With the Strafe Esports app, follow your favorite teams and players, and you'll never miss a match again. Strafe, everything esports. Download now on iOS and Android.
Welcome back to the OGA studio for the 4th season of OGA Counterpit powered by AMD Sapphire. Still your host, Anakin, joined in with Professor_CS here on the table.
Could you
right next to
name
me.
all of the winners of the all 4 Counterpit seasons?
Ooh, it's Navi.
For which one?
For the second one.
Yeah, of course, yes.
Yeah. And the last one was AGO.
Yes.
And that's all. A 50% win rate. So.
I think
this is the 4th
I think
season.
the first
so
one was TSM,
okay.
I think. And the 4th one, we obviously don't know.
It's going to be.
It's not rigged, so we don't
It's
know
going
yet.
to be Pasha Noj and Team Unique.
Could be
Calling
Pasha,
it right
Pasha Noj and Team Unique. They have been pretty exciting, kind of promising so far. But yeah, I'll actually check for the first one. Maybe someone in chat can tag me on Twitch. I'm CS_professor, so the other way around.
Yeah.
So I can see the comments. Why is this microphone? It's literally killing me. Okay, now it's fine.
Yeah. And yeah, we're back here for the second map between Ronin, Horde and Nemiga. Not really much to talk about right in the first game. Just a bloodbath, as you said it in the first one on train. It was the pick from the Norwegian team. So yeah, being destroyed on that map kind of tells something.
Now they're going into Dust 2. If I'm exactly correct, yes, Dust 2, the pick of the Belarusian side, which they prove they can play pretty well, and it is kind of a CIS specialty, so I expect them to be pretty good on it. And it also is a map that really it offers itself for a lot of aggression, especially on the T side. Fast-paced rounds can work pretty well, even though Nemiga doesn't like to do fast-paced round. But I think if the CTs can't hold like a long rush and stuff like that, they'll be just forcing that until they manage to finally shut it down, hopefully, from the Norwegian side.
Well, yeah, this is their last chance, definitely, to do something in this tournament, because if they lose this one, they're going to get eliminated, and the game is ready now, as we are going to head into Dust 2 with Ronin Horde starting on the CT side. Ooh, straight to dink there come for Nilsson, being disposed of in the first 20 seconds of the round, and the fast push is going to come towards mid with a split towards B. 2 players of Ronin Horde are towards the bomb site, and look at the force position. Oh, this is awkward.
They get the bomb, but why did they send one guy solo with the bomb? This is what happens if you send one guy solo with the bomb. Someone pushes him and he dies. Can be very tricky. Now it's a 2v2. Box. ADX actually taking a duel with MDS, but no one's going down yet. 2v2.
Martok is on 2 HP, so one hit is going to get him down. MDS with 3k starting on Dust 2 as well. He was topping the charts with 27, I think, on train. Yeah, just looking good. And kicking off here with Lollipop, who got us 2 entries. And yeah, the first round for Nemiga, they are starting on the T side, so we could be seeing once again that's the stream roll, you know, for those fast pushes.
And it starts with a long push, 1-2 flashbangs. Robo goes out. They're gonna be taking that very important part of the map early. Then rolling from here, and it's gonna be a short push that is locked down quickly by the T's. All down to 4s. He's gonna die anytime now. Lollipop on the flank there. Actually, Robo.
Well, now they know his position, so yeah, he should definitely be going down quite soon. And MDS claims the 4th kill for himself, the first one of this round at least. And the money situation on Ronin Horde, I mean, they went for an eco, just minimal investment in the previous round, so they will be able to force with 4 rifles and a FAMAS. So 5 rifles.
If you say so, yes.
Okay, thank you.
I was focused on the mini map for some reason, and it's because it's gonna be a duel out on long. Lollipop gets a 1-for-1. MDS, ooh, gets the nice timing. Nilsson just doesn't get behind the wall in time, and this is a very tough situation here. What? How does ADX not get that kill? Fully flashed MDS. Still wins the spray battle there. Force is going for a info play and actually pulls it off against Robo.
That's that's going to be it for Ronin, as Force is the only player surviving with 12 HP.
He's going for it. He didn't pick up the AK though. There was one on Robo who could kill down in mid, but he's sticking to the FAMAS. And he's going down pretty quickly. Looking rough so far. A lot of the elements of a kind of a dominant game. This long push works out even just perfectly. Was a 2-for-1 trade. And then just from there picking it apart.
This should be somewhat of a lower control. I felt that I had a feeling that they are going towards B with a good spawn and everything, and the opponents being on pistols, but not this time around. They will go for somewhat of a slower round.
Yeah, Joe now here holding the upper B push, while the rest of his team is gearing here towards short. They're going to be taking that with a great Molotov. Not following it up. Oh, what a nade. Oh, destroys ADX, instantly kills him with a headshot as well. And MDS pushing that short position, takes down Nilsson, and it's another clean round so far. Bomb plant coming in any second now.
That's really important for Nemiga to keep surviving it as many players as they can, and just building up that bank. And yeah, finally we are going to see Ronin on a full investment, probably even an op on Nilsson.
MDS up to a 7-0 start, another continuing just where he ended up on train. See, ooh, that was close.
Yeah, it was indeed.
Double op setup on the city side, Nilsson and Force. Force kinda trying to find a pick up on top mid. Nothing being offered yet.
Let's see if this double op setup is going to work at least anything for the Norwegian squad.
Oh, nice spot flash, but Force manages to get out in time. MDS finding a timing here, pushing that smoke, and Rickson could be caught off guard here, even though he is fairly cautious.
He's going to pop flash himself towards MDS, and that could be a good decision to do as soon as Nilsson drops his first bullet. Smoke coming towards CT, and let's see Rickson. He will be He won't be actually pushing towards that smoke, just pushing MDS back, and Force picks up his op kill there.
Yeah, Joe just tried to lurk out on the B bomb site, go for a duel, but I guess he wasn't expecting the double op setup. That's why he did that play, because they knew one op was on A. Let's see. Peeking in towards the B bomb site. Oh, nice bait there for Robo to get in and get the headshot. But will they expect the third guy here? ADX needs to do something. Gets one kill. Rickson adds in. Robo trades it out. He's in a 1v2 now.
This is winnable, definitely. He's got 5 seconds, so he needs to go for a straight plant. Nelson, he did pick up an AK, and he will be able to isolate the doors at least. And now the communication from the Ronin Horde squad needs to be on point if they want to take this one. Robo misses the first one, but he will go down to Nixon.
Richard Nixon. Yeah, Nilsson gets that, and it's the first round on the board. They managed to stifle Nemiga there. I mean, or Nemiga stifled themselves, playing their classic slow style, which simply just didn't work out. They walked into a stack towards B. They didn't really pressure long. They didn't take long control. They didn't take mid control. Didn't take deep short control. So a weird round there from Nemiga to just.
Yeah. And this is going to be dangerous for Ronin. They need to win this round if they want to come back into this game. Joe is sitting on 7k already after 5 rounds.
Yeah, a lot of flashes thrown by Nemiga, and so that prompted the Ronin Horde to just leave long. But both teams now think that someone can be there.
And ADX is going to get punished here. This is what the Nemiga guys are... Okay.
Or not punished. Lollipop loses the duel.
I mean, Nemiga keeps playing the Dust 2 quite the same. They always go for a straight default and just sending one player to hold towards B tunnels. And this time around, Lollipop doesn't get that kill.
MDS could walk into his death, yeah. And Rickson now gets 2 actually. Robo trades it out, but ADX is already there to add in another one. But just this slowed style is giving too much room to breathe for the Norwegians.
And yeah, almost a flawless round, picking up yet another one. 2 rounds in a row for Ronins. The Horde.
The Horde. But the money is still decent on the T side, so Robo's back on the up. Trying to get a pick there through mid. But I think they really need to be a bit more assertive, just this default style.
Yeah.
It can be good against some teams, but I don't think it's necessary against a team of this caliber. They should just play similarly to what they did on Train, just this bully style, trying to go a bit faster in these 3-4 player packs, get quick map control. And
yeah, and they need to use the momentum while Ronin still do not have somewhat of a bank next to them. Nothing to really rely back with, because that bully style works if you can actually control the CT economy.
Yep. MDS once again going solo, opening up this mid position, but now it's empty. So it's gonna be a duel here on short, but Rickson actually gets the first pick. Once again in this close range with the M4, he comes out top.
Still a trade that favors Nemiga, as they can actually push towards A, where the Norwegians have 2 players. Nilsson has a nice angle there to reposition, and he picks up the first kill. He will be picking up to long and get another one. So Robo and Joe against Nilsson.
These know that the op was on long, just took a duel there, so they should know that they can plant the bomb pretty safely.
And it's going to be tough for them, as they do not have control towards short or long.
Yeah, they need to deploy the smoke from Robo and play off of that a bit, maybe deeper towards short. Actually,
that smoke, I think, is going to have a gap. Force is going to come through it with an op, and that's not an ideal situation.
This is so slow.
Yeah, it is indeed slow, and Nilsson is leading charge with that op. Let's see what Robo can do in the situation. He spots the first player, but that was quick.
In the end, yeah, the Molly came in for the Gandalf position, and Robo just misses his opportunity to do anything. Lets the 2 players pass by. That's why I was saying if he throw in the smoke a bit more deeper towards short, then he would play around that edge of the corner of the wall. This way he was just stuck in the middle of everything.
I mean, the only excuse is that the first smoke was quite short, so he couldn't really know if there was a player already next to him. And once again an opening by Nilsson with a SOP, so looking good for Ronin as they are looking to equal the scoreline here on Dust 2. On Nemiga's pick, don't forget.
Oh. Ronin a bit unaware for a second, but they recover.
Should be at least a plant there for Nemiga if they try to go towards the bomb site at least.
Yeah,
oh,
Nilsson goes
Lollipops
down.
Gets 2 CZ kills. Not always easy to get. And now Joe with a Tech 9 in hand and 2 players to find. Both of them are coming through short, so he has a decent position to simply wait for them and try to isolate them in duels. First player to jump down, and he's going to catch a perfect timing with the player on with a flash in hand. So ADX goes down, and
now
Joe
he gets a
can
smoke to play in.
Yeah.
He gets the kill actually, and he has actually time. It's a great play from Force in the end, but ADX just jumping down, throwing a smoke up on the bomb. That was a very weird play. When all you need to do is actually just kill the player, then you know he's on site. I think they know he's on site.
Yeah, probably. And the score is equal now, 4-4. Running Horde bringing it back after winning 4 rounds in a row. And Nilsson opens up once again with a killer on the Robo.
Pretty pivotal kill could be here in another rifle round to get such a quick entry. Wallbang through the door towards T-spawn. Blows off the head of the Belarusian Opper. It is more of the same. Going slowly. It's 1 minute almost on the clock, and Nemiga didn't do anything. Didn't take short control, so the cities are actually pretty comfortable playing like this. They have 1 player dedicated toward mid, and 2 on B, 1 watching short from car, and a long player, which is a pretty good setup if you're not forced to kind of leave it.
Yep, and MDS did manage to get some control towards mid. He will be waiting for his teammates to arrive, and now Box with a SOP, misses a shot, gets down by Rixen, but MDS close to trade. So Box did pick up that op from Robo, did not have any success with it. And let's see now what Nilsson can do with his op. He's watching towards the gap of it, but he misses the shot. Misses another one, and this Molotov is going to be tough for Nilsson.
You killed him.
You killed him, yeah.
You're just making sure.
Yeah, still a 2v2. The HP advantage is coming in favor of Ronin, but the bomb is planted, so Lollipop needs to deliver big. He has quite a bad situation there, standing below the window with it all, but he will be able to watch the tunnels at least. Now let's see what the smoke is. I don't know.
Are they gonna go for this? Lollipop gets a kill and gets another kill.
Yeah. I really don't understand that smoke that's thrown on the platform. I mean, if there's an open there, he can simply hide in the smoke, right? Yeah, just cause even more problems.
It makes sense if you're gonna go push out in the site just after that, but he already used 2 flashbangs, and we saw that no one is peeking that angle from the box, back plat box. So most likely there's no one there. And those flashes weren't really used the best. It would be beneficial to have one on the entry actually to the bomb site. Maybe use the smoke to split the...
Yep.
Just drop it in front of the doors. That is also good to kind of break out the crossfire. Yeah, so not the perfect retake, but at the same time, it's not like you're gonna get the 2v2 retake on B the majority of the time. It's most likely that you are gonna lose it, so...
That's true.
But Nemiga now have a good situation because Ronin is on a kind of a broken buy, but 1 op can do a lot. patiently waiting there, Robo.
Once again, a slower take towards the A bomb side by Nemiga, but now the push is going to come in. 2 pistols on Ronin, so that's not going to be something that's going to easen up the situation for them, and the bomb should be planted anytime soon, and this should be a save there for Ronin, as they can actually run away with this off and UMP, at least an off though.
Joe just takes down one and forces on a saving mission, as you mentioned. Gonna be hiding behind the... No, he won't. Robo actually waits for him there. So it is a full USP round from the CTs. And it is a pause, it seems, called in by one of the teams.
Yeah, probably from Ronin, as they just lost 2 rounds in a row. They're forced to an eco now, so yeah, maybe some time for them to, you know, simply get things into their own way.
So what to make out of the half so far?
Well, I expected that after those initial 4-0, I expected that Nemiga is going to run away from it. Quite an easy one, especially on the T side, and you have quite a decent economy in those first few rounds. But yeah, Ronin coming back, getting those 4 back-to-back rounds, and yeah, looking good.
Seems like you really can. If the round isn't that fast, they have some decent setups, some rotations. If they're not really forced out of their positions, kind of. Yeah, Nemiga doesn't take that much map control. They can actually play pretty well. They can read the game where the opponent is going, but
and they're actually hitting their shots.
Yeah,
for this distance.
So when that combined, they're looking pretty decent. But yeah, we'll see how Nemiga continues playing their T side if they become a bit more assertive. And I think that is something they really need to do.
Yeah,
they're only fairly fast on their eco rounds, but except that, it was just their slow default when they use at least a minute to take short control, which can be a good way to take short, because people use some utility, they fall off, but I think it's not necessary to be that careful
and
in every round, you know.
And this is the timing where these new coming teams get into problems, as they, you know, this is the breaking point. They need to go for an eco, and if they go 7-4 down, will they? This is getting closer than expected.
And the bomb goes down.
Yeah, 3v2 situation. Now they're going to push in. Robo gets the first kill, and they just stopped.
Yeah, they needed a trade kill at least there on Robo, but uses utility, will add some molly there to just push the CTs away.
Yes, still 2 AKs, so at least something to work with. They did deploy smoke behind the bomb, and yeah.
Now it's going to be a bit of a waiting game until this smoke goes away. They have one of their own. They just want to, you know, Robo in his classic position there,
yeah,
waiting the B tunnel push. Rickson hoping for a wild spray to hit.
Ooh, that was close, and they did manage to retrieve the bomb, so they will be able to rotate back towards the A site, and Rickson did spot it. What I wanted to say earlier is this is the breaking point for new teams. I mean, they can get close with a result, but if you start losing rounds in this mid game or mid half, it can actually run away from you, and it can still end up as a like 10-5 or 11-4 half.
Yeah, Joe is in a weird position here. He needs to play off of the sound if Rickson comes on short. And then if he hears him, he can just reposition. Ooh, Rickson seems like he spotted something that isn't there, because he's convinced that the player is on ramp, and he is not. And he's gonna go down. So a good recovery, and then it was a bit of a sloppy round. They got caught off guard a bit on the B bomb site entry. It was a full stack from the CTs. Didn't hit the initial shots, but Joe clutches it out in the end.
Yep. So 7-4, the Ronin Horde squad will be able to get quite a decent buy there. Everything they actually need. Not a full set of utility, but you know, a few smokes and flashes just to work with. And yeah, I mean, this is a round where you actually don't play a default, right? You don't have too much utility, only a few smokes to deploy, and you know, simply waiting for Nemiga and their slow style is going to drain all the utility from you.
Yeah, the cities went for some short aggression, but Nemiga just waited that out, didn't even go close to that. But now Ericsson is gonna contest again. But this is still fairly early, because no one from the T side is there, and they're gonna be actually heading towards the B side earlier than usual.
Earlier than expected, yeah.
Yeah, Force here in this kind of a one and done, but hopefully more position.
Yeah,
and
he can
ADX.
spray them down with the AUG if he plays this one smart, and he's playing it smart. He gets the first player. You never shoot at the first player.
He had the free kill in a way, but just whiffed on it. Everything falling apart here.
This will be a save, yeah.
Yeah. Nielsen gets lollipop. That was a key kill to actually enable this save.
So yeah, just trying to keep those guns for the coming round, and this is going to be 8-4 scoreline. So as we mentioned, can be quite dangerous there for the CT side.
Yeah, good change of pace. Ooh, missed shot there from Robo. So Nielsen gets a kill in. Op is gonna be saved though by Joe. Yeah, it's gonna be I feel like a full investment from Ronin Horde here. They should go for it and just try to, but they're not. They're gonna be playing for the 5th round only, and small investment for this one.
Yeah, CZ scalars still.
And a four-man stack towards long, and it's a perfect timing because Nemiga only sending 2 guys there. But
Lollipop from pit gets 2 kills. And MDF follows up, so only Nielsen surviving there towards B tunnels, and he will be looking to save this up. So yeah, at least a minute of saving something.
Saving Private Ryan.
Saving grace.
Robo, he's behind you. It's actually winnable now.
It is, yeah. The bomb is still not planted, so plenty of time to work with. Quite a slow play there by Robo.
Nielsen is very worried of different possibilities where the T's could be, and if MTS doesn't hit the shot, he will, of course.
MDS is on point with his aim today. Looking quite solid.
Yeah, they have a decent buy for the last one, all in all. It's gonna be Joe just faking this long control, smoke, double flash. And he actually sold it to the CTs. No, they're doubling down on it. Meanwhile, 4 is here, jumping in mid, spotting a couple of players. And actually, 2 of the CTs are already very low.
The rotation is coming towards CT spawn now. 2 players from the CT squad just battling here.
Have a decent setup now to shut down like a B split. But anything other than that is going to be unlikely, especially with the 2 players being fairly low.
One minute left for Ronin to seal their defense and try to get to at least 5 rounds here on the CT side of Dust 2. They have a decent setup there to counter the mid to B push from Nielsen. He's got an AUG that can actually hurt the T players.
Oh,
and
the good
he's
molly.
got a Molotov and he has to reposition now. 20 HP left on him. And Robo opens up the bomb site. Joe adds 1 more. And once again, all the pieces falling down for the squad from Norway.
Yeah, and it's the next to last round. They want to save this, but two players are stuck into CT. Good flashbang, 1 kill, 2 kills. Box knocks them down. Mark's trying to keep something going into the last round of the half.
It's going to be tough for him to save anything as the 3 players are coming towards him. He gets spotted, and Lollipop goes down. Box is close as well. Yeah, he will be getting that last kill, and with a 3K finishing this round number 14 as we head onto the last round of the half.
Yeah, Nilsson and Rickson actually doing pretty well in the fragging department, but just converting into rounds is always a difficulty here on Dust 2. You can often have a lot of frags, but not a lot of rounds, because just exit kills, saving kills, eco kills, whatever.
And Lollipop has a good position already, gets the opening there on Rickson, one of the best players from Ronin Horde. Opening up, this Robo opens up with another kill on Mardux, so 5v3 in the last round of the half.
They need to find some clean entries here. ADX gets 1. That's a good sign for the cities. 2 of them coming now up short, and Box is in such a weird position. He goes down as well. Joe, meanwhile, trades it back. Can Lollipop hold it here on the A side? He holds it down perfectly. Double kill.
Yeah. Just closing out. 11-4 is going to be the scoreline there in favor of the Belarus team. Nemiga Gaming looking sharp in their first lower bracket game here at the OGA Counterpit Season 4. And Ronin, they can actually just hope for a pistol.
I mean, potentially something can actually happen. I have some faith that they can make a comeback here. Just looked overall a bit better on this map.
Rushby.
MDS.
Yes, he's in a tough position there. Joe keeping his composure there with the P2000. Gets 2 kills in the process, trying to find the 4th as well. He won't be able to, but that's a clean round there from Nemiga, and yeah.
Yeah, these P2000s have been doing work more than the USPs in the Counterpit Online League Season 4 powered by AMD Sapphire.
Nice one. Respect. Yeah, I'm changing to P2000 as soon as I'm back to CS.
So in 2020. A bit of eco bashing here. Robo gets spotted, but the AUG with the scope gives him the advantage there. The Lollipop wants to join in on the eco frags as well. Gets a nice...
Yeah, just ready for it. Gets those kills, and yeah, this is probably the last chance for Ronin to do something. They will be able to afford yet another buy, even if they lose this. But if they want to mount a comeback, this is the time and place to do it.
Let's go. It's gonna be some sort of a long duel there. Nilsson goes out on his own, actually gets the kill, but gets traded, and there's a molly, so none of the CTs can actually come out and help him try to reclaim that part of the map. So great play there by Lollipop, getting the kill, locking down that part of the map. They're gonna be recontesting. Seems like the bomb is also rotating towards long. So Lollipop is gonna be in action soon.
He needs a flash from his teammate, and he gets it in the perfect timing. He gets a spray down. 2 kills there for Lollipop. So quite important, and surviving with 1 HP. Let's see if he can actually do more. His teammate has yet another flash there. He has one on his own. Box did go down. And Robo picks up yet another kill, and now Lollipop can actually reposition and catch a position that is going to benefit him a bit more. And ADX, the Swedish player on the Norwegian team, needs to clutch this one out 1v3. Gets the dink on MDS, but that's all he will be able to get as they cruise to 14 rounds.
Yeah, just looking convincing on the long hold there from Lollipop. I'm not sure why. If Ronin Horde maybe commit with a few more men, use a smoke to extinguish the Molotov, just fight for that long control, maybe. But Lollipop could just reposition too many times, wait for his teammate to come in, help him. Box now, traded 1-for-1, but Lollipop...
3k there from Lollipop, getting one with a Molotov as well. And now Nilsson, the only one surviving with 14 HP. Robo should be able to get this kill, and he will. And that's a map point and serious point for Nemiga, who are looking to secure their next duel against Chaos.
Yeah, this is looking pretty good. Nilsson on the up. Can he work some magic with it? Keep his team into it, maybe just at least win a couple of more rounds to have the score look a bit more convincing. That every small part helps when you're kind of a underdog team to just develop, get more experience, because that is what we're kind of looking for from them at the beginning. Meanwhile, Lollipop gets the pick on Martux, who's playing totally passive towards T-spawn. That's one of the things that cannot happen. Playing a passive default and you get picked off.
And being down 4-15.
Yeah, it's not the perfect start to the match point round for the opponent.
Yeah, true. And now they need to fight, getting those kills, and it seems like they will be grouping up towards B, where Nemiga have 2 players holding it. It's going to be MDS and Joe. That's really the duo you want to face if you are actually saving your life in this tournament.
Yeah, pretty on point, especially MDS.
And the flash is coming in for Joe, and he goes down, and now MDS with his AK, can he get anything at least? He gets 2 kills there, but with the help from Robo, he will be going down, but at least he managed to stall the push from the T's in. Nilsson evading this nade somehow, and now ADX 1v3 situation for the Swedish player who needs to clutch this one out. He's got a 1 player coming from tunnels, and that is going to be it.